Imagine an American army. That didn't exist. Tanks made of rubber, trucks painted on canvas, artillery built from wood. And yet, this imaginary army fooled Hitler's generals over 20 times. This is the true story of the Ghost Army, the most creative deception unit in American history. Officially, they were the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops. Unofficially, they were artists, designers, engineers, illustrators, sound technicians, young men handpicked from America's top art schools. The army didn't need them to fight. It needed them to fake an entire US force so convincingly that German reconnaissance would make the wrong move every time. And it worked. By 1944, the Allies faced a dangerous problem. Every troop movement, every tank columns could be photographed from the air. Germany always seemed to know where they were going, so the US military launched a radical idea. If the Germans were watching, give them a show. A show built not by soldiers, but by painters, sculptors, stage designers, and sound experts. World War II was about to become the greatest performance in military history. Their most famous weapon wasn't a gun, it was a balloon. The Ghost Army operated hundreds of inflatable M4 Sherman tanks, so realistic that Luftwaffe pilots reported them as full armored divisions. 4 men could set one up in minutes. They laid out fake tank tracks using bulldozer-sized rollers. They positioned rubber artillery in perfect formation. To German intelligence, a massive US armored buildup. In reality, air, rubber, and genius. The Ghost Army didn't just create illusions you could see. They created illusions you could hear. Sound engineers recorded real tanks, bulldozers, infantry units, and convoys, then played those recordings through enormous speakers mounted on jeeps. The sound carried 15 miles. To the Germans, it meant divisions were moving, even when not a single American soldier was there. These soundtracks were mixed like Hollywood productions, calculated down to echo, humidity, and wind direction. German intelligence tracked Allied radio operators the way detectives track fingerprints. Each operator had a rhythm, a unique sending style. Ghost Army radio specialists studied those patterns and copied them flawlessly. To German listening posts, the radio traffic was proof. Divisions were moving, preparing, regrouping, but it was all an elaborate performance. March 1945. The Rhine River, Germany's final natural barrier. Crossing it would push Allied forces straight into the heart of the Reich. But if the Germans concentrated their forces, the casualty numbers would be catastrophic. So the Ghost Army went to work. They staged an entire US armored division, inflatable tanks, dummy artillery, fake command posts, fake military police, fake roadblocks, even fake campfire smoke. And the Germans believed every bit of it. They moved thousands of troops to defend a crossing point where no real Americans existed. Meanwhile, real US divisions crossed the Rhine, almost unopposed. The deception saved thousands of American lives. Despite its importance, the Ghost Army's missions stayed classified for more than 50 years. The Pentagon believed their techniques could be used in future wars. And they were right. Elements of Ghost Army deception appear in military doctrine even today. Many members of the Ghost Army became famous after the war. Painters, fashion designers, sculptors, filmmakers. But during the war, their creativity wasn't about expression. It was about survival. One veteran said, "We weren't killing people, we were saving lives by making the Germans think we were somewhere else." And he was right. If you want more declassified World War II investigations, hidden files, true stories, and forgotten operations, subscribe. You're part of this investigation now.